down. I didn't want to cause a scene at work, but I was up and down. When I got home and I got the letter also, oh, thank
Yeah,
you, God, and thank you, Charles and the team.
that's pretty cool. What are you going to do with the properties?
Sell them,
Sell
put
them?
them on eBay and Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, Land.com.
How much are you selling them for?
That I don't know yet.
What do you, Mildred, you can't not know. You gotta know. Oh, everybody said congratulations too. Guys on
Thank you.
three, just in the chat, just put congratulations. Just in the chat. One, two, three. Just everybody just say congratulations to Mildred. Um,
Um,
so what do you mean you don't know how much you're selling them for? So if you
well,
huh?
I haven't get the number in my head yet.
Okay. Let me ask you this.
Okay.
If I said Mildred, give me $1, right? I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna give you back $2. Would you do it?
Yes.
You would?
Yes, I guess.
Okay. So here's my question. If
Mm-hmm.
if if you bought the properties for $300 and I
Uh-huh.
said sell them for $600, would you do that?
Yes.
You would sell them for $600?
Yeah, because I paid three and I'm selling for six, so that double my money.
Okay. Hmm. You know how much most people sell their properties for?
Yes, I don't hear 3,000, 4,000, 6,000.
Yeah.
I was a
So
little
so
nervous today, so I was very happy.
I know, but why would you sell yours for such a small amount? Now,
Well,
now,
like,
now, look, there's no right or wrong answer because
yeah,
there's thousands of properties left. So there's
yeah,
no right or wrong answer, right?
okay,
However, wait, I want to pin this message. I want to make sure it's pinned so if somebody wants to call in, they can call in. All right. So I don't know. So here's why I asked you that question.
okay,
So normal common real estate practices or investment practices, if you could double your money with anything, that's phenomenal, right?
yes,
That is
yes,
just like phenomenal if you can double your money.
yes,
However, when you're in a mentorship and you're seeing people 10 times their money or make a
mm-hmm,
lot more money than doubling it, you start to know and realize that you could do better than what everybody else than just double, right? You
right,
might be able to triple it or quadruple it or just do better.
yes.
So, what do I normally tell you guys to do? See if you could let it go. You don't have to hold it. No. What do I normally just fix that piece? The piece that twist. You should be able to tighten it. It's tightened. Okay. So Mildred, what do I normally well, you know what you could do? You could take that piece off, put it on a box for now, and then maybe put that on a different tripod.
Okay, so I'm gonna take this
Yeah.
off.
So Mildred,
Yes,
what's the first part of land and development? Like when
read
I
the
tell
ethic.
you guys to go to yeah, that's cool. Like when I tell you guys to do your homework and your research, what's the first part of that?
Read the FAQ.
That's the first part. Just put that to the side. You could throw it out. Just grab the other one real quick and see if you could clamp this one in. And if not, then don't worry about it. It's fine. But Mildred,
Yes.
I'm sorry. We're live on YouTube, and this is the first one. So I just want to make sure that
Okay.
um, everything is clear. Let me ask you this question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever hear me talk anything about a spreadsheet?
Yes.
What do I say to put on that spreadsheet?
Uh, put the I think the name of the acres, how many acres, how much it would it sell for. You have to do your due diligence so you can
No, no, no.
compare.
You said it. You said it. You said it. See, what this is why I like doing this session because a lot of times y'all know the answers, but it's not connecting. And this is
Yes.
the value of doing sessions like this. So you said how much they sell for, right?
Yes. Yes.
Perfect. And people are making money already, but I want you guys making a lot of money. So if I say to put on the spreadsheet how much the properties sell for, right?
Yes.
And if I say put how much the properties sell for, and did you do that part? I guarantee you the answer is no.
No, not yet, because I just got those letters.
But this is the stuff I want you to do first.
Okay.
And the reason I want you to do it first, because you need to know how much to spend when you go to the auction.
Okay.
So
True.
if you go look on Facebook Marketplace right now and you go look at land.com and all the sites that I tell you to sell the properties, right? If you go there right now and you see those same properties selling for $150, was that a good investment that you just made?
Yeah.
Why? You pay, if they selling for 150 and you paid $300, then that's not a good investment. Let me see
No,
that
it's
one,
not.
Talia.
No, it's not. Not a good investment at all.
Correct. This might fit. Yeah, so that means that's not a good investment. So the
No.
reason that I want you to check first, try and twist this. That might make it tighter. The reason that I want you to check first, Mildred, is
Yes.
simply because I want you to understand like your profit margins. I want you to understand what you can sell the properties for. If you can sell the properties for $3,000, and I want you to do this before you go to the auction, because if you do it after, it's going to be too late to make an adjustment when you're at the auction already.
Okay.
You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes, sir.
Now just tweak it. Okay. So where did you go wrong a little bit in what you just did?
Selling the spreadsheet. I could have the spreadsheet ready to go before I go to just in case when I go to the auction, I should have everything on the spreadsheet first.
Correct. Correct. So here's what I want you guys to do now. Here's what I want you guys to do going forward. I want you to understand how much the properties are selling for. Okay. So you could order, if you know that they're selling for $10,000, then you kind of know how much money you could spend at the auction. If you know they're selling for, you'll know if it's a good auction, right? You get more information. It makes your buying decisions way better. Okay.
Yes.
So your spreadsheet, here's your homework. All the places that I teach you to buy land, I want you to go to the county where you bought the land.
Okay.
And I want you to make a spreadsheet on all, let's say 5 or 6 websites. What's the lowest price you see for the denomination of land that you bought?
Okay.
So what size is the land that you bought? Are they all a quarter acre? Are they an acre, half an acre?
I didn't look at that yet.
You don't know the size of what you bought?
No, I mean I do, but right now I'm not in front of the computer to find out.
Okay. You're not in front of the computer. Okay, yeah. So that's part of the due diligence that you get in mentorship, where you understand, because now you'll know if you're gonna get 9,000 for 3, if you're gonna get 8,000, 3,000, 4,000. Now, do you want to sell them all in full, or do you want to do seller finance?
Both.
You want to sell some in full and do seller finance for some?
Yes.
Okay, that's cool. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, cool. Well, congratulations to you, Mildred. Good luck. And
Thank you.
I'll see you in mentorship on Tuesday at 11. And then I
Yes.
want you to come back here for the YouTube live community. and I
Okay.
want you to give me more details on your deal.
Okay, I will.
All right, but how you feel good about you getting those properties?
Yes, sir. Very good. Me and my husband was jumping up and down, happy.
Was it easy to get them?
Yes, yes, very easy.
Nice. Okay, awesome. All right, congratulations, Mildred. Thank you so much for calling
Thank
in.
you. No problem. Thank you, Charles.
You're welcome. I'll speak to you next week, Tuesday.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, guys, y'all have to know, right? Y'all got to know your numbers. You have to know your numbers. You cannot buy properties without knowing what they sell for. It's just not, it's not you're not doing it right. If you're buying properties, you have to know what you're selling, what they sell for. The only way Mildred could have got out of that bag is if she said she's building on them. She's building on the land. If she said she's building, then yeah, you don't need to know what they sell for because you're not selling them. If you're building, somebody tell me in the chat, what do you need to know the price of? If you're building new construction on your land, somebody in the chat tell me, what do you need to know the price of if your strategy is to buy land and build on it? I'm going to wait for you guys to put the answer in the chat. This session or segment of the Real Estate Newsroom is sponsored by My Estate Builder. MyEstateBuilder.com is our official sponsor. This is the package. This is the box that you get with your documents, with your trust. So you build your trust. You build your trust online. You build your trust at MyEstateBuilder.com. Protect your family, protect your assets, protect everything. And they're actually going to send you your documents in a box just like this. And it just goes on a bookshelf. It's just like a corporation. It's actually built like a corporation. Like a corporation documents come, right? So now you know this is your estate. This is where all your trust and all your information is going to be. It's stored in here. So God forbid something happens to you, your family just opens this up. They can find your trust. And then the importance of the trust, the kids don't have to go to probate. No one has to fight over your stuff in the event that you have a trust. Okay. No one has to fight in the family in the event that you have a trust and that you're protecting yourself, your stuff properly. All right, that's important to me, guys. That is important to me as a mentor to make sure that you guys are protecting yourself the right way. So now just put myestatebuilder.com in the chat. Somebody just do that for me. All right, guys. So let's get the answer to the question. This was my question. Or I'll say my question was, right? If you're buying a piece of land, the only time you do not need to know what that land is selling for is when. And the answer to the question is someone said the comps in the area, the comps of so. Oh, I said what? I said when? I said, what do you need to know if you don't plan to sell your land? And Letitia got it right. She said the comps of sold new construction homes, AKA cost of new like homes. Very good. Rocky said the comps. Tell us here, congratulations, or Talise. Research what the property is selling for and make a spreadsheet. Oh, very good. My team is on here. 1248. Yes, this is like y'all extra session. This is like y'all bonus session. Don't worry about mentorship information. Nobody knows what we're talking about. I mean, people know what we're talking about on YouTube, but they're not going to connect the dots and go buy property in areas that we buy properties. They're just not going to do it because they know, like, we're professionals. The level of information that we know, normal people outside of our community don't know. So don't worry about giving answers and things like that. No one's going to get the confidence to go buy property on their own. It's just too much information. It's too many variables that people don't know. All right, so we could take our next caller right now. 914-61. What's the number? 914. I think it was 615. Let me see. 914-614-5534. I'm sorry. It's 914-614-5534. We had some people call in while Mildred was on the phone. So let's get the next question. Let's get the next question. I had somebody calling from somebody was blowing up the phone too. I'm like this is live. Oh, I think it might have been my guy from California. If you called earlier, just call back. Now the lines are free. So here's a couple of things. Couple things we need to know. A, if you're buying property, if you're buying land, before you go buy it, you actually need to know how much it sells for on the websites that you're planning to sell it. So if you're planning to sell property, let's just say in Michigan on unsoldland.org, you need to know before you go buy how much is a quarter acre of land on unsoldland.org. How much is a half an acre of land? How much is a full acre of land on unsoldland.org? If that's the only place you plan to sell your land because it has a really good following of people, you don't need to know all the other sites if that's the only site you plan on selling it. If you want to sell it on eBay, right, you now need a separate column on eBay. And you need to find out how much is a quarter acre, a half an acre, or a full acre. The last group of people I took to the auction in Pennsylvania, there were a lot of other people buying properties of other ethnicities, right? They only sell on eBay and Craigslist. That's it. That's it. Some people, you guys got to understand, some people shop in different pockets of different segments, just like how we consume content. Some people watch TV. Some people never watch TV and they listen to the radio. Some people only use YouTube. Some people go Google. Some people go to streaming platforms. Podcasts can be listened to on Apple Music, Spotify. There's a number of places people go. So don't assume that people go or don't go places. My recommendation for you guys would be to list your properties everywhere. All right. List them everywhere. Somebody do this. Guys, reply in the chat. Why is it important that if you have one piece of property or two, let's just say you guys listened to me and got two pieces of property, right? Let's just say, for example, somebody actually listened to me and y'all got two pieces of property, right? If you got two pieces of property, why is it, if you only got two, why is it extremely important? Wait, this is Rosa. Hello?
Hello, you're putting in the wrong number. It's 914-615. You keep saying 614, and on your Instagram, you got it wrong too.
It's 615?
Yes, not 614. I keep texting you to change it.
But you're texting me and I'm on Instagram.
I know.
914-615.
5534.
That's what I thought I put.
No, you got 614. Even on Instagram, you got 614.
So why didn't they put that in the chat?
I put it already. I put it, Tara put it, and I put it on Instagram.
I don't see that. I see Lisa Mercado, Toya, 1248. All right, let me pin this. Replace pinned message. All right, change that number, please.
Okay, I will.
Not you. But so I wonder, how was people calling from the California number?
The first number
just
you
type
put
it.
was right, and then after that, you just kept putting it wrong.
Okay, cool. Thank you for telling me that. Well, it's pinned. It's pinned. It's pinned. All right, guys.
Yeah, it's good now.
Here's the number. Or you could have just put it in the chat. Thank you. Oh, I got a good team. Yeah, just copy it. All right, questions. Oh, all right, whatever. I see people are coming from Instagram into the room. Guys, chat not working. You can't type chat not working in the chat. If you type chat not working in the chat, that means the chat is working. Maybe she was saying the phone number is not working. The phone number 914-615-5534. That's what I just put in the chat. Mind you, we're supposed to have a whole better camera system set up, but I didn't set it up like that. It's not set up like that right now, which is fine. All right, so the next person with the question. Who do we have? Oh, so my question was, the next caller, I want you guys to answer this question. Don't answer in the chat, just answer it on the call because the computer, the screen is really far and we did not connect what we call the vanity screen in the studio. So guys, answer this question for me and it's going to come with a gem attached to it. Okay? It's going to come with a gem attached to it. If you only have 2 properties, I want you guys to call in and answer, why is it important to list on 4 different places if you only have 2 properties? Somebody answer that for me, please. If you only have 2 properties, why is it important? Why is it important that you list in all 10 places if you only have 2 properties? This person in California is pretty good. Hello, this is Charles.
Hello?
Hello, this is Charles.
Charles, what's going on?
What's up, brother? You're live. Who are we speaking to?
Yes, sir. This is Tellis, man.
What's up, Tellis?
That was me blowing the phone up earlier.
No, so yeah, it's a little bit of delay, but somebody was on it. But
okay.
Let me ask you this question. Why,
yes,
if you only got 2 properties, why is it important to list it on every site that you can?
Versatility. It's important to increase your visibility so you can be seen as many places as possible. Some people don't visit every site that you go to. So it's important to be where people are and everybody's eyes don't go to the same place. So it just increases visibility and you just become more of a flexible seller.
Yes. But what else am I looking for? Because if you got a spreadsheet, right? If you got a spreadsheet and you taking down every single name and number that you possibly can, or you have a CRM, why do you want to list those 2 properties, which could sell in a week, could take a month, whatever? But why do you want it on all of those websites?
Why do you want it on all those websites?
Why it is important? Why is it's extremely important when you're starting like a land flipping business to put. So thank you for calling. There's no right or wrong answer, right?
Yes,
so don't
sir.
feel like you're on a hot seat or anything. You're not going to get any answer wrong.
Okay, all right. It got a little warm for a second.
Yeah. No. I heard you asking yourself like you was on the Wheel of Fortune.
Right.
I'm like, no. There's no heat. So here's why. Here's why it's important. It's important to list your property. Can you turn on the air, please, when you get a chance? These lights are really hot. All right. It's important that you list it everywhere because when you get your other properties, right, you will have a list of maybe 100 people that are looking for property. So you want the data collection. You want as many inquiries as possible. You want as many names, phone numbers, and emails as possible. So when you so let's just say the property sold, right? As soon as you get the property sold, the first thing you're going to do, shoot out a text to everybody that inquired. It could be people that inquired but didn't buy, people that inquired but weren't interested, people that inquired but didn't have enough money at the time. They don't save the listings that they looked at when they didn't have enough money. They just go back and start looking at new stuff. As soon as you sell the property, here's what you can send out. Hey, this is Tellis. I know you were interested in 123 Front Street. That property just sold. I know you were interested in buying in that area. I have 2 more coming up next week. would you be interested in buying them before I list them?
Wow.
Right.
Wow.
So now what happens when you go get more property?
You already have a hit list that you can go off of. When you hit those people up first, send it out as a courtesy, and it's a better market.
You already got that hit list. You already got your hit list, man. Your hit list is ready to go. Yeah, that's hang on, let me find your call. Hang on 1 second. I want to put you on speakerphone. Give me 1 second. Dalia.
Yeah.
Could you put this on speakerphone for me?
Sorry?
There we go. All right. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, perfect. I'm sorry I got off the speakerphone. Yeah, so you wanna buy your property. You want to buy property for the most part with it already sold, right? That's the best type of property to buy when you already have a seller. So you want to keep that CRM. Now, if you're a newbie and you're a beginner, you don't have to get a CRM. Like, I encourage it, but sometimes people don't have a lot of money. So you just have to be committed. For every person that calls you, right? You want to say, hey, just in case the call drops, and the banks use this all the time. Hey, just in case the call drops, can I have your name, phone number, and email so I can get back in contact with you in case we get disconnected? Before you give any information, you're not going to say the property is available. You're not going to answer anything. You're just going to say before we go any further, can I just verify your name, number, and email in case the call drops? So now, regardless of how the conversation goes, you're going to be extra nice, extra friendly on the phone. You are going to try to sell it, right? That's the goal. But if you can't sell it, you have all their information. Some people are window shopping, but you now have a list of data. As soon as you go get those other properties, or as soon as it sells, boom, you hit those 99 other people. Hey, I know you were interested in a property in 123 Front Street. Unfortunately, you missed it, and I sold it today. However, I have more coming up next week. Will you be interested in buying? If they say yes to that, you already know you up, a nice amount of money. So if they say yes, if you get a yes reply to that, now you might call them and say, hey, this one sold for $3,000. If interested, I could get it to you before I list it at $2,700. If they say something like, oh, I'll take it, then you automatically know you got to sell $300 for $2,700. And now, you start cooking. Now you're starting to take orders. Now you might even, right now you start to build a relationship. Why didn't you buy the first one? That first one was really good. Where do you normally buy? Do you build? And you just start building a relationship from there.
Okay, nice. Something really interesting today actually happened while I was doing some more research, calling down to the county and things of that nature. I was able to get in contact with the permit department, which they didn't have a number on there, but the permits and zoning. Not permits, the zoning department. And I had the guy at the zoning department walk me through every single step on how to figure out what you can build on that land slope. He walked me through the whole system, showed me the back site pages and all that stuff. So as he was doing it, I screen recorded it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to send that screen recording, and then you can let me know if that's something valuable or not, regardless.
Perfect.
Yeah, so I screen recorded, chopped it up a little bit, and I'll send that over. And also, I called the permits department, property checker, publicrecords.us, and property recs. And then Saginaw County has its own, or the Michigan or wherever it's at has their own section. Contacting those, finding out who's pulling permits in that area can help find buyers. And so that's what I was more looking at, okay, who's
going into the next level mentorship right there?
I'm just scratching, trying to find out what makes sense. That's it. I didn't get that from anybody. I'm just trying to find out how I can reverse engineer this thing.
Yeah, no, that's what we talk about. That's what we teach, and how to find builders or how to sell the property. That is a major way, because look, I literally just pulled a permit, and y'all, I think I put in my stories on Instagram. I literally just pulled a permit yesterday and got the permit approved today. Now, somebody, and just think about this. So y'all know I'm building Birmingham, I'm trying to build the whole city, right? If somebody calls me and says, Charles, I know you build in Birmingham. I have a piece of property that you can buy for $5,000. It's buildable. It's connected to water, city sewer. You can build up to a 3-family on it. And they give me all that information. Right now, I normally pay $20,000 for buildable land in Birmingham. Do you think I will buy that property?
20,000.
And they're calling me saying they got my number from the permit department. They know I build, and they're looking to sell it to me for $5,000. You think I will buy it?
Oh yeah, easy.
I will buy it and just pass it on to somebody in the community.
Wow.
If they did all the homework for me. So that should tell you, and now that you're starting to see things that way, right? Now that you're starting to see what makes sense, that would tell you right there, just right there, that will tell you how to structure your conversation to a builder that you may get from the permit department. That one thing right there will structure a lot for you.
Wow. Okay. And it was kind of ironic, because the permit side and the zoning side, they kind of played hand in hand in the conversation, because on one end, it's telling me what I can buy and what I can build, and what slope level it has to be. Mm-hmm. It gives you the 500-year, 100-year of floodplain. It gives you a lot of the information that you would then take that down and have the conversation with builders, or you can use it as a marketing piece. And so that's where I found it really, 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 really good.
Those are the best listings. Now, when I look for buildable property, that's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm looking for. Those are the things that I have to tell Tara. And I actually was searching some stuff. I was actually searching up some stuff for I was doing due diligence for someone in another portion of mentorship of mine, where we do like a done for you service to do due diligence for them. And one of the things that we talked about was, is it buildable? Is it connected to city sewer and water? What can they build? In that part of town, what are the setbacks? They actually paid me $1,000 just to tell them if a piece of property was buildable or not. Now, that saves me time, my team time. If you're going to call me and you're going to say, hey, Charles, I know you build properties, right? Because I pulled a builder's permit, right? It ain't no clearer description than that. That's telling me, and guys, this is just how you sell your land quickly. What makes sense? If you called me and say, hey, Charles, I know you build in Birmingham, which is a fact because I pulled a permit. I have a piece of property that I'm selling for $5,000 that's buildable. It has city sewer, city water. It's graded. It's according to slope. You can put a 9,000 square foot house there because the setbacks that are required are 20 feet on the sides and 10 from the curb. right? So I know you can fit maybe 2 houses there, right? You can build up to a duplex or whatever the zoning. And you telling me all of this, man, that money's gonna be wired to your account so fast. I'm gonna send it to Tara. We're gonna do a title search, and I'm buying it. Like, there's no question about it. So
Easy call.
yeah. So now, when you guys are having these conversations, these are this is the type of stuff that I want you to talk about if you're trying to work with a builder. So in mentorship, yes, we do have in mentorship, we hold on one second. In mentorship, we do have a builder script on how to get builders. So we have that. However, like, it's so much easier if you understood the conversation on your own, and if you understand how to have that conversation, like, the sales will happen so much faster for you guys, because you it's not like you're reading from a script. And that's what I really want for you guys. I want you guys to be able to have conversations and not read from a script, because you actually know what a builder wants. All right, so tell us,
That's
good
really
luck.
good.
Good luck. Yeah. You starting to build your script now, especially if you can find out who pulled permits. I'm gonna go a little bit further. Guys, if y'all want me to share some real interesting information, just put in the chat the number, just put in the chat NYC. Put in the chat NYC. I'm gonna really share some valuable killer information with y'all that could make y'all a lot of money. Just put NYC in the chat. Also, Tara, if you're on this live, can you post the real estate newsroom link where people can get tickets to the next real estate newsroom live? Oh, tell us, let me hang up so the next person can call. All right, cool. You just close your office door. All right, so I see a lot of NYCs. So guys, we're going to absolutely kind of like go crazy at the next real estate newsroom live. So I'm gonna be sharing stuff like this live in front of a studio audience for the new TV show, the real estate newsroom that we're doing. It's launching on a new network. I'm trying to have it launched by December, okay, before the top of the year. But it would be pretty cool if we actually launched the show for January. So I'm gonna talk to the network and see if we could get this thing launched for January. All right. So now here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna share some valuable information with y'all. I'm gonna share some killer information with y'all because y'all put NYC in the chat. September 28th is the next live real estate newsroom. Is the next live real estate newsroom show. Sponsored by myestatebuilder.com. Right? My Estate Builder is the #1 site and the least expensive. You guys could build a trust here at this website for less than $1,500. You can put your land in a trust for less than $1,500. And your trust is your succession planning, right? Your trust is where you're telling your family who's going to own what, who are the beneficiaries of the trust. And you do it before anything happens to you, so that if something does happen to you, your kids don't have to go to probate. Okay. So I think it's every 25 minutes, I have to give a shout out and give some credit to our sponsor, myestatebuilder.com. Okay. I got 3 trusts. So they're important. And then they fit right on your bookshelf, just like this. So you put it right on the bookshelf, just like, so some of my corporations come in booklets like this already. So now I have the trust, then I have the corporations all in the bookshelf in succession, just like this. So now you guys pretty much know exactly how you're supposed to organize your stuff. So when it's time to pass down stuff to my kids, nothing has to happen. If I die, the next person in charge just owns everything in my trust. Do you have 3 trusts for 3 children, or do you separate them? No. I have 3 trusts for 3 separate portions of assets. So I have land, and those trusts are revocable. So you can have a revocable land trust, meaning you can put land in. If you sell it, you take it out. You put land in. What I do, some land that I'm just gonna park it for my kids for like later, like for them to build and stuff. It's in the specific trust that's just parked. That's just like for them, like whatever. Then I have a trust where land goes in and out all the time. I buy it, I build it, I sell it, whatever, I control it. And you guys will start seeing a lot of that stuff on unsoldland.org. If you look at the top, whenever at the top, let's say 5 listings on unsoldland.org, Land Watch, when you see trust there, for the most part, it's probably my properties. For the most part, in Arkansas, Pennsylvania, certain parts of Florida, I'm gonna say Levi County, Henrico County, North Carolina, certain cities in Michigan, you'll see a lot of my trust name there. But yeah, you have to have, and it's the same. So if y'all pay close attention, it's the same trust in different cities. Those are all my properties. Either way, all right. What do you have in each trust? RM, that's a lot of personal information. So my trust owns LLCs, it owns land, it owns property, built properties. I don't want to give too much, right? The purpose of a trust is so that people don't know, or all of your assets. Not that people don't know, but you don't want people to have access to everything that you have by just looking up your name. So if you just put my name in Land Glide, you probably see like 500 properties across the United States. Those are ones that are in my name. That's just land. It's insured, and I'm selling them for the most part, or I'm building on them. Then there's another subset of property that's in a trust. Those are a little less active. Those are more like for later, for longer term. And then there's some that's just straight up for sale, for flipping. All right. Now let me give y'all this information. RM, is that Ruth? If that's you, Ruth, just say yes, it's me, Ruth. And it's wild that I would know my subscribers by their initials, but if that's you, Ruth, just say yes, it's me. And in person, I'll tell you 1-to-1 what my trusts are in. See, look, I know you guys by initials sometimes. That's how much attention I paid to my team members. All right, I'm gonna share some important game with y'all that hopefully y'all follow along and y'all understand this. If you're building in Birmingham, you're safe with me. You already know like what we doing, right? You guys are good. You're in good spacing, right? If you want to be a developer and you want to build in a different city, I'm going to teach you guys how to make $50,000 like conceptually before you even start building. This is like the most foolproof way. Okay. Before we get into this section, Tara or Rosalie, are you guys on this chat? If you are, just put the word yes. I'm gonna show you guys how to make $50,000 as a developer. Just put the word yes, Tara or Rosalie. All right, I don't know where the team is right now, so I can't. I wanted to give y'all something else. Hey, I'm gonna give y'all this. This is another sponsor of the show. This is usually just for the show, but I'm gonna give it to y'all now. This camera system is the camera system that I use for all of my properties. When I'm building, I build in Birmingham, right? When I'm building a property, I don't want to go babysit the property. These cameras, the link is in my bio on Instagram. It's called Premium Invention. This is the wireless V3 4G edition. The reason why these are the best cameras, I call them the zombie house cameras and the development camera. What you do with this camera, right? You buy it, it's solar powered, so it doesn't have to be plugged in. So if you want to see your property being built, you just put the camera on a tree and you can watch your entire property be built. You don't need batteries for it because it's solar powered, and you do not need Wi-Fi, right? For those of you that buy zombie properties, somebody do me a favor, go on my Instagram, take the link in my bio that says 4G Wi-Fi cameras and just put it in the chat for the people that's on YouTube. All right, let me get back to it. Here's what's important, right? Here's what's important, guys. It's like $20 a month. You actually get to see on your phone your property being built. So if you're in a development space and you want to see a property being built, you want to see your property being built without having to actually go to the property, because I build in Birmingham and I be all over the country, all over the world, right? You turn the camera on, you can actually see what's going on with your property while you're anywhere around the world. So you could be in Miami, you could be in Toronto, you can be in Ghana, you could be anywhere you want watching your build. So it's super important. What's up to Chi-Town? Chicago is in the building. All right, so I'm gonna give y'all this information right now before we head out. Those are two sponsors, and they have a long-term deal with us. Those are sponsors for the show. So you'll be seeing those two. One, My Estate Builder, and then two, the Premium Invention. But we're only sponsored by the wireless V3 camera. You put code Charles100 and you guys will actually get a discount of $100 on those cameras, which makes them ridiculously inexpensive. It makes them like $100 for the camera and then $20 a month, and you can see your property anywhere in the world. So you're watching me build. You're watching whoever builds your properties, and it doesn't cost you anything. You don't have to really rely so much on the trust system. You can just trust your eyes and see what's going on. All right, now let's get to this. How you make $50,000 as a developer. And I'm just using $50,000 for the sake of round numbers, okay? Right after this, I'm going to explain it, and then I'll give you guys the opportunity to call in and ask any questions. 914-615-5534. Let me explain it first, and then I'll allow you to ask any questions that you want to ask, okay? Here we go. This is what you do. You go on, let's just say Zillow, for example. If you wanted to build in a particular neighborhood, right? I'm going to give y'all some gems right now. Just pay close attention. This is part of like my development certificate program, right? I'm going to give y'all some information. This is exactly what you do. You look up new construction in your area. Let's just say, for example, new construction in your area sells for $500,000. Okay? I'm just throwing round numbers out, right? You find the house that sold for $500,000. Everybody with me? Just put 500,000 in the chat. That particular house, you're going to get built for $400 and let's just say $25,000, right? So you find a builder that can build that house for $425,000. That's going to be the work that you need to do as a developer if you want to make $50,000. Now, simple math is saying 425, right? And then 50, there's a $70,000 gap. 25,000 is going to be used for land acquisition. You got to know your city, your town. You can clearly buy houses that have buildable lots on them for under $25,000 if you use land banks, tax deeds, wholesalers, vacant land for the size of a $400,000, $500,000 house. Oftentimes, and I'm not talking about places like Miami or New York City, right, or downtown Chicago. Oftentimes in towns in those areas, there are no houses for $500,000. Okay, so in cities where you can build a house for $500,000, you'll typically pay $25,000 for land. All you have to do, and I'm gonna give y'all the details right now. All you have to do is find a builder that will build the house for you at $425,000 maximum, including labor, including materials. Now I'm gonna teach y'all something. Okay, now I'm gonna teach y'all something. At the planning and zoning department, you can get the address for those actual houses that you saw on Trulia and Zillow. You can go to that planning department, that zoning department, because we actually have to submit plans to get a permit to build. Most counties will actually give you a copy of the plans that were submitted for that particular house. Now, guys, just put a fire in the chat if you're following where I'm going. Just put a fire in the chat if you're following where I'm going. I'm going to teach you guys how to make $50,000, right? With the plans, you have the architect on the property. The sale of the property, 9 times out of 10, comes from the developer or the builder. One of those two built the property. So now you got the architect's info on the plans. The plans will always come with the architect's info of the same exact house that sold for $500,000. You got the plans, you got the architect's info, and when you look up who sold it, you should get the builder or the developer. Oftentimes, if it's local, it could be the same. Now you're going to call that person and say, hey, I noticed you built the house on 123 Front Street. I love how you did the design. If I wanted the same exact house to be built on 356 Avenue B, how much would it cost me to build it? Right? You ask that question. You have the plans already, which is totally fine. Because if he says it's more than 425, which I doubt, they only made $75,000 on a build. Builders make way more than $75,000 to build an entire house. But that's a whole nother topic. If he says 425 or less, that's your builder. Now, guys, tell me, what do you do if he says it's more? What do you do if he says it's 450 or that he paid more for it? What are you guys going to do? Somebody just respond in the chat. You guys can all respond in the chat right now. Tell me what you do if that builder says, yeah, I'll build it for you. I don't know who you are. Give me 450. What are you guys going to do? Tell me what you do in a situation like this. You guys can call in and answer the question as well. 914-615-5534. That's my number. I got to memorize my own number. 914-615-5534. It is only a business line. Don't call me with anything personal. Don't call me with any real estate related questions. Tuesday, 6 p.m. We are here live in the Real Estate Newsroom on YouTube, and I'll be happy to answer any of your real estate questions here. All you got to do is call a number, 914-615-5534. I'm going to give you guys like just 2 more minutes. Counter offer, that's an answer. Somebody said counter offer. That's an answer. But it's a build. Like, so I'm the builder. I'm telling you how much it's going to cost me with labor, materials, paying my guys, and doing everything that has to be done. You could counter offer. That's not bad. I'll take that. Thank you for that one. So next person. There you go, Ruth. There you go. You call the next person. Here's how you would shop it. You would multiply the square footage, or it'll tell you the square footage, right? You just do the square footage. Here's some builder language for you guys. Hey, how much do you charge to build per square foot? I got a 2,000 square foot house, right? 2,000 square feet. Somebody else said negotiate, shop around with the plans. Oh, There you go, Coco. Shop around with the plans. You already got the plans. Now, I would take those plans to my own architect or maybe another architect, and I'm giving y'all some high level information. I would take those plans and I would actually get those plans redone with my own architect. But really, all you're going to have to do is get the site plan, because now he just has to take that house, right? He just got to take that house. And this is how you get a full set of plans for the low. Man, we cheating right now. You can take those plans. You'll ask, you're going to ask, and guys, just for integrity purposes, you're going to ask your architect to draw you a very similar house. He's going to take that house and he's going to put the house on your lot through drawings. And now you have your site plan, because that's one of the things that's needed to actually get the permit. So he's going to take that house, put it on your lot right in the middle. And when they do that, they separate the setbacks from the front of the house, how far it has to be from the curb. Then they separate the setbacks from the back of the house, how far it has to be, and then from each side of the house. So in Philadelphia, where they have row houses, there is no setback in certain areas from the house to house, because they allow you to connect them. They want them connected because they're in a row. In certain parts of Pennsylvania, they want the houses 25 feet apart, 30 feet apart. Zoning sets the setback rules. They want them far apart because you can have space. They want you to space them out, right? Now, you need a bigger piece of land to build as far as buildable size. But yeah, you got to understand the setbacks. So now you take those plans you already got. Hey, could you just recreate this for me? I want you to tweak the kitchen and the bathroom, whatever you want to tweak. Put a fence over the banister, railing on the porch, or whatever, right? It should be at a discounted price. You got a house that sold already. You know the house is good because it already sold for $500,000, right? So you know that another one's going to sell, could sell for more. You already built in your comps because you know they sell for $500,000 because that one just sold. You got your plan super cheap. You already have at least builder number one in place. You're just going to ask them, can you build this for me for $425,000? If he says $450,000, here's another thing you can do. You can tweak the house to make it fit $425,000. And what I mean by that is take out some of the fancy stuff. Okay. Some of the fancy stuff can be, instead of marble or quartz countertops, you can do Formica. Instead of taking the tile from the bottom of the floor all the way to the top, take some of the tile to like the 6 foot mark, 7 foot mark in the bathrooms. That's going to save you less tile, less labor. If you're really tight on budget, instead of doing tile in the bathroom, you can do the plastic tub surround. That's like a 3-piece thing that covers the tub. It covers the wall, the shower, and the back of the shower. And that will save you some money. All right. Kitchens and bathrooms will save the most. Don't do a backsplash. You don't have to do backsplash. I like backsplashes. I like to do my houses with backsplashes, but you don't have to do backsplashes. And then just tell them, hey, I'm trying to fit within this budget. But here's what you do not do. If you guys are following me right now, just put the word following in the chat. Just put the word following. I just want to make sure y'all are like following along. Here's what you do not do. Promise me you will not do this, okay? This is extremely important. Thank you, Coco. Thank you, Letitia. Here's what's extremely important. Do not do this. I know I be telling y'all not to do something and y'all do it anyway, but do me a favor. Do not do this, okay? Do not get on the phone with the builder and say, hi, can you build this house for me for $425,000? Okay? Do not do that as a personal favor to me. If I build houses for $250,000, somebody calls me and says, can I build the same exact house for $290,000? I'm an ethical, honest man, but put in the chat what I'm going to say. Just put in the chat what you think I'm going to say. Charles Noonan is going to say, yeah, I could build it for 290. Sure, I can. Are you qualified with the bank? Can you send me the pre-qualification letter? Can you give me the plans? Can you sign the contract and give me $29,000 as a 10% deposit to start the build? Oh, I need you to go get the insurance with such and such. If anybody needs insurance, guys, you can just call Rosalie. She does national insurance for most properties that are being built. Her number is 917-795-9541. That's for insurance. You can also shop your insurance with her. She will get you a better rate if possible. She could possibly beat the rate that you have. But guys, just do me a favor. Don't call any builder with your price in mind. Do not call builders with a price in mind, but just don't say it. Because if you ask me, can I build a $250,000 house for $290,000? My answer is going to be yes. And if you gave me the plans for the house that I already built, I already know I only paid $179,000 for it as it is. So now I'm building your house for $290,000. I'm going to ask my guys that I paid $179,000. I'm going to say, look, this is the second time going around. Could y'all do this one for $172,000? Right? We'll keep the business going. I'll keep y'all busy during the winter. See, can we get this one for $172,000? The last one was $179,000, and y'all took a long time. Do me a favor. Let's work together. Can you do this for $172,000? I'm gonna make $290 minus $172 is $118. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. $290 minus $172. I think that's $290 minus $190 is $100,000. 18. That should be 118. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Well, I make $118,000. All right. So with that strategy, with the information that I gave you guys just now, do you guys have any questions? And yes, this is live. We're live on YouTube, the Real Estate Newsroom, where we are meeting every Tuesday at 6 p.m. for live Q&A. You guys can call. You guys can call the number and call in live, 914-615-5534. 914-615-5534. If you have any questions on how I just taught you guys to make $50,000 anywhere in your country, anywhere in the country. Hello, this is Charles.
Hi, Charles. This is Letitia. How you doing?
Hi, Letitia. How are you?
I'm doing great, thanks.
You active today, aren't you?
Very much so. I really want a career change.
Letitia, tell me what happened in mentorship today. I remember some of it, but I used your name with somebody else, and I kind of got confused.
It's all good. So today I was sharing that actually I was awarded 5 properties, awarded the right to purchase 5 properties from a land bank.
Everybody in the chat, just say congratulations, Letitia. Just put in the chat, congratulations. All right, what's your question? Oh, Letitia, are you coming to the live taping of the Real Estate Newsroom this September 28th?
I would love to be there, but I won't be in New York that weekend.
All right, I got a killer guest for y'all. I'm interviewing a killer guest for y'all. A killer guest. This guest is in an industry that I'm not in, but it's real estate related, and she's gonna crush it because I just verified she made $100,000 in a month in her business.
What?
Yeah,
that's awesome.
I just verified that with her too. So she's on the phone right now working with Brendan Boyd, and they're closing the deal for her to be a guest on the show. But that's going to be this show. I'm excited about this show because I'm going to learn some stuff. And she said it's national. She's like, there's a national, there's like a national piece to what she's doing where people do it anywhere. So I'm
Well, I
excited
definitely want to know about that.
Yeah, I'm excited about this. All right, what's your question? How can I help?
So the question is, and thank you for sharing that. This is really a blessing to hear all this information. I always wanted a mentor, and now I found one in you on how people are actually developing and building land. So the question I have for you, you said, okay, look for buildings for 425. We have this gap of 75K and 25,000 land acquisition. But I'm just wondering, how do you also factor in the cost of the money to build the land, build this house? Excuse me. How would you approach that? Like the construction loan, the cost of that.
Yeah, so you certainly have to get a construction loan, and you're going to get the construction loan for an amount. So you're going to hedge. If it's going to cost you 425, you're going to get the construction loan. If you want to put less down, you'll get the construction loan for more, because sometimes they want you to put down 80. They want you to put up 80%. I mean, they'll put up 80. They want you to at least put up 20%. So you could overshoot the estimate by 20% and potentially put a lot less into the deal. So yes, you have to, once you find out they sell for $500,000, now you got that number, you have to back into it. But at 425, a construction loan for 425 isn't going to cost you more than 425 if you factor in the conversation that you're going to have with the person that's doing the loan for you. Tara does those loans as well. So it won't cost you more than 425. You will have to factor in the sale, like based
the sale
on where
commission,
you live, the realtor commission.
Right.
You'll have to factor that in based on where you live. Sometimes they charge the buyer, sometimes they charge the seller. States are changing. New York, I believe, the seller has to pay. I'm not exactly certain because I'm not on the real estate agency side or a broker. But yeah, you factor that stuff in beforehand, and then you still have an extra $25,000 to play with if you just factor those numbers in. So good, very good question. But Tara can tell you down to the penny what it's going to cost you based on your credit and everything. She'll tell you exactly what it's going to cost you to borrow the money to get it built.
Okay, that's great to know because you have to factor all of that in. So my next question about the developer is that, okay, so let's say in your example, you spoke to the developer and they shot over. They said, hey, I wanted 450, which is over our 425 budget. So now how would you go about finding other builders? Excuse me, I said developers, but I meant builders.
There's a couple of ways. One of the ways, you find out who pulled more permits, more builders permits at the office, at the zoning and planning office. That's one. Here's another one, and this is like a little high level, but I'm gonna tell you how to do it too. Google was always a good friend. You can Google spec builders, new home builders, right?
Right.
Here's one that's like really, really cool. But we're an hour and 20 minutes into YouTube. So this gem is going to be buried an hour and 20 minutes in. This is only for those that really want it. Here's what you would do. You go to the Better Business Bureau. You sort the Better Business Bureau. And this is just one way. So this ain't the only way. This isn't the holy grail way, but this is a really, really good way. You sort by accredited businesses only, meaning companies that have been vetted as home builders by the Better Business Bureau. The license has been vetted. You got to submit your license to the Better Business Bureau. You got to submit a lot of documents to be an accredited business with the Better Business Bureau in real estate, in the construction field. So now you're going to pull a list of all the home builders that are BBB accredited or certified, whatever that highest level is. You get that list. You'll sort it also by number of builds. Here's how you can figure that out. If they don't share number of builds, you can sort by revenue. Obviously, if they're builders, the ones that have the highest revenue have probably built the most homes, because this is a home builder license, meaning like 1, 2, and 3 family homes, maybe 4 family, not commercial. Commercial can have one build, make $26 million, and you'll never think that they did less work than a builder who made $6 million who built 40 houses. So that's another way. Use the realtor who sold the land. The realtor who sold the land. And this is how you can get a lot of information out of local realtors. So the local realtor's job is to be the local realtor. They need to know everybody, everything, every builder, every developer, every construction worker, every concrete layer. It's their job to get to know those people, right? You find the realtor that sold the land. Just like when we sell land, we get a list of 100 people. They also have a list of 100 builders and developers that they work for. Hey, I'm looking to get this house built. I know you sold one for $500,000. I'm looking to see to find a builder that could build it for me for $400,000, for $425,000, whatever it is. The realtor, and here's how you get the realtor. Letitia, you're from New York, right?
Yeah, I live in Dallas now.
You live in Dallas, man. You should have came to Houston this weekend. I was in Houston at a networking event.
Oh wow!
But I'm gonna do one in Dallas soon too. So hopefully you'll come out to that.
Please do.
Yeah,
I will.
You'll come out to that one. But you tell me, being that you got these New York roots in you, how do you get what language do you use to get the realtor to go to work for you without paying her?
You talk about future projects?
Give me the language. You heard the question. Don't double up on the question. You heard the question. You got the New York in you. Tell me, just give me like in 2 sentences. This is going to make you really good, by the way. Tell me in 2 sentences, what do you say to that realtor to get her to work for you without paying her?
Well, hello, Mr. and Mrs. So-and-so. My name is Letitia. I'm a real estate investor. You know, I'm looking to invest in this area. And I talk about future projects, right?
Give it to us. You're there. You're right there. Give it to us. Come on.
I'm right there. Okay.
You got a chance to impact a bunch of people. Guys, if y'all have an answer, put it in the chat. But you're right there. You're there. I'm
right there. Well, I actually purchase and sell land. I'm looking for land that
don't give me no gibberish. Don't give me no gibberish. Get right to it. There's something that will get her to work for you without being paid. All realtors do it.
All realtors do it without being paid.
Without being paid.
I have land for sale. I don't know.
More Deborah, it's right there in front of you. It's right there. It's right there. Come on. I'm trusting you're gonna get it.
I don't know. I have a lot of trust.
I'm gonna walk you. I'm gonna get you closer and closer and closer.
Okay.
So you're buying the land. You got land. Now you're looking for a builder. What are you gonna do with the property once it's built?
I'm gonna sell the property.
Correct.
Or I'll rent the property. Yes. Okay.
How do realtors make their money?
When properties are sold or rented.
Correct. You're talking to a realtor. Do they show the properties 1,000 times before they get sold?
Sometimes, right?
Or
but
they show it a lot before it gets sold, right?
Yes. Yes, they do.
Okay. Now, do you know what a listing is?
Yes, I do.
Do you know what an exclusive listing is?
Yes, exclusive listing is when it's only that realtor listed. Okay, cool.
So here's what you do. Hey, this is my first new build in this area. I know you sold the last property for $500,000. I'm looking for a builder to build this house for me. The same house, around $400,000. Can you connect me to a builder? Right? So that's the sentence. The hook is, I would be more than happy to list the house with you for sale if you can find me someone who can build it around $400,000.
That's excellent.
Now, do you think they'll work for you for free and call builders?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. You got it. Now, here's the good thing. From a realtor, they get a lot of business based on relationships, right? She's now telling a group of builders or developers, hey guys, who wants $400,000? I got a $400,000 job for any one of you guys. Anybody want to build this house right here for $400,000? So she gets to strengthen her relationship with the builder. She gets a listing and she gets a new developer in you. She'll get paid when she sells the house. So she's going to work for you extra hard. And I'm saying she, not being biased to all my male real estate agents out there that, selling houses and things like that. But the realtor will work for you now and find you that developer that's local. Now, here's why that's super good. If she knows him, she has an interest in the property without you having to share any partnership of the property, any ownership. Why does she have an interest for it to be completed and built?
She has an interest because she's going to make money on the sale.
She's going to make money on the sale. Now, somebody put in the chat, in your city, how much do realtors get when they sell a house? What is their commission? Sometimes I hear 6%, sometimes I hear 3%. 6% of $500,000 is $30,000. So for $30,000, all she has to do is connect you with a builder, right? If it's 3%, it's $15,000. All she has to do. All right, so now we went in today. We really, I taught y'all like some really, really deep, like quality information today on how you can really level up. Mildred said 6%. All right, cool. So maybe it is 6%. So now that realtor's looking at $30,000, and all they have to do is introduce you to a oh my goodness. I don't know who. Somebody put a political comment on here. I can't allow that in here. So I gotta remove them. We're not playing the politics game. We're playing the real estate game in here. All right, guys, 6% in Cali. Cool. Let's stay on topic. All right, look, guys, before you start getting too crazy into real estate, that was a 25-minute question. Every 25, I have to give a shout out to my sponsors. The myestatebuilder.com. This is the company where you get your trust. Once you get your trust documents, you're gonna get a box like this, where you put your trust information in here and you put it right in your bookshelf along with your corporations. And now your family knows where all your assets are and everything when it's time for them to be passed down. All right, Letitia, thank you so much for calling in. Did I answer all your questions?
You sure did, Charles. Thank you.
Awesome. I'm so happy you called in. I will see you guys. Now, does anybody, all right, Letitia, let's hang up. Now let's go. Do we have anybody else? I'll give like 5 minutes for the next phone call. Anybody else want to call in? You got 5 minutes right now before your final call, before we actually have to run out of here. 5 more minutes. If you got to call in, you can call. I'll answer your question. 914-615-5534. Some of you guys are already in mentorship. If anybody's interested in mentorship, please dial Rosa Lee. She is one of the VPs of enrollment. We have 2 now because enrollment is starting to grow. So we got Rosa Lee and we have Thalia. Rosa Lee is 917-795-5413. Just dial Rosa Lee's number. She'll get you on the land bank team. It's a 5-month mentorship, and I think it's incredible because I teach you some real in-depth stuff like that. October 4th, guys, we moved the date back because there was a lot more digging that we realized had to be done. October 4th in Birmingham, Alabama, I'm going to allow mentees to come to a new construction site that I'm doing, so you guys actually see what development looks like from the ground up. We should have the foundation, the footings dug, of course, the foundation poured and dried, the electric, we should have it grounded, The plumber should have done his part in digging out the sewer lines, the water lines, the plumbing for the property. And then we may start framing. I want you guys to see the framing piece because I could explain like the first 10 steps of building for you guys during that process. All right. So for mentees, if anybody wants to become a mentee, see that process, learn how to buy property and sell it, how to flip it, how to find builders, how to find buyers. I just kind of gave y'all a super masterclass today. But if y'all wanted more, if you wanted more in depth, if you wanted me to hold you accountable, I'm not going to hold your hand. I'm going to hold you accountable. And my mentees know that. Just dial Rosalie 917-795-5413, and we'll get you guys directed and situated so that you can start to pick, purchase, profit, and protect your first investment property with the trust. All right, so if we have no more calls, we are at the top of the hour. Oh, we went an hour and a half today. Next week, guys, 6 p.m. I want you guys to be on time. A lot of you guys showed up today. I appreciate you. And I'm proud of those. Now, mentees, you're never going to go wrong by calling in. You're learning and you're teaching other people the same exact stuff that you're just learning at the front of the class, right? Oh, Ruth said this was good. Thank you, Ruth. I want y'all to make money. Like, I don't want y'all stuck. I don't want y'all thinking you can't get help. I don't want y'all thinking you can't get answers. I don't want y'all thinking that other people aren't doing this stuff. A lot of other people are doing it. They're just not sharing it with us and they're just not telling us. So never feel stuck and never feel like you can't advance in your career and where you are through real estate just because there's no manual on how to do it. Finally, we have my book that teaches development, Let's Build Birmingham, the 14% rule. You can just go on Amazon. I'll put that in the bottom of the description. I'll also, for anybody that wants to watch the replay, I will put in the bottom of the description the links to where you can get the camera and where you can get the trust, the land trust. It's revocable. It's a revocable trust. So just know, you're welcome, Reggie. Just know revocable trusts are perfect for what we do because you can put land in when you buy it and then you could sell it and take it out. It's revocable, meaning you can put it in and take it out whenever you want. All right. Thank you guys. I'll see you next week for a high level mentorship. I'll see you guys tomorrow. That's at 6 p.m. Other than that, I'll see you guys next week, Tuesday, 6 p.m. Make sure you tune into the Real Estate Newsroom. While it's on YouTube, it will be on the TV network soon, but I think we'll always post it on YouTube. It may just be like a week or two late, week or two behind, but you guys did really well. Thank you. I appreciate you. Make sure you like, share this session, and subscribe to the channel so we can continue to grow. Thank you.